What's up, everyone? My name is Brady from Be All In Sports. This is Josh, and we're just going to go over our picks from this week, do a quick little recap of our Week 9 picks for you that we put out there. We saw how the action went this week. We kind of, next week we'll step in and hopefully get a little bit closer with some of these picks. We kind of see from week to week what we should and shouldn't pick. Josh, any takeaways from this week that you want to start off with?
The Cowboys are terrible at football. That was the most inept performance I think I've ever seen this year, at least. It was bad in all phases. They looked out of sync and everything. It's like, are you guys even practicing this stuff? So, yeah, bombed on that Cowboys pick. But I figured they needed one last hurrah to try to save their season. Now we know that they are just not a good team. So, kudos to the Falcons. They played well. And it's going to get tougher down the road. They're still inconsistent. My logic behind the pick, I still think was sound. And, there were some things that, unfortunately, the Cowboys still can't block nobody.
I was thinking the same thing when I'm watching that game. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, these guys are just all around bad.
Hey, how do you have 5 pre-snap? The last count I heard, it was 5 pre-snap penalties. What are you doing? Line up properly. And I mean, that's football 101. I just thought Hartley's a better coach than that. But obviously, they lost that game. So took a hit on that one. And then, you did a good job, though. Kudos to you on the Dolphins-Bills. You picked
just to reiterate, I was on the Falcons as well in the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
I had the Falcons for that very reason. Like, that Dax can perform better than what he's playing right now. I don't know what this injury is that happened. But it is what it is. The Cowboys, they're terrible. I feel sorry for CeeDee Lamb right now, having to being the only guy that's basically
and his arm's about to fall off. And he's still playing. He's still out there trying. It's like I felt bad for the guy too. Kudos to him for stepping up, and he was definitely not feeling well. I mean, his shoulder was hurt. I'd be surprised if he plays next week. He looked pretty rough out there.
We'll see how that goes. We also had who else did we look at? We looked at the Giants game. That's another one, dude. Giants, they're pretty bad. Pretty freaking bad, dude.
Same thing. They can't block anybody. And I mean, the Commanders have been playing well. Their defense has been stepping up, but I still think they can be had because the numbers still say they're not a good defense. But I mean, they step up. That team's now, what are they, 7-2? Commanders are looking good.
They are, and Jaden Daniels looks like the real deal. I keep wanting to slide him, even though I know when we broke that down, we were like, he's still a rookie. Yeah, he is still a rookie, but he is kicking everybody's ass right now. So
yeah, he's making it work. And that spread we just really missed. What was that, a 4-point spread? We took the Giants
4.5. We missed it. Yeah, it was 5.
Barely.
So, but we had some success. It wasn't all. This is not all doom and gloom. And I did tell you guys before this whole thing that I do put in bets throughout the day. So even though the ones that I gave you at the beginning, I put those in quickly. Some of those are not bad, and some of them I'm hoping still turn out. I gave you Amon St. Brown, 40+ receiving yards there. I gave you David Montgomery to get 25 rushing yards and Trey McBride 25 receiving yards. So far up to this point, everything there is hit. We just need Justin Jefferson 60+ receiving yards tonight to complete that parlay. Unfortunately, Achane nailed his 25 rushing yards easily. No problem there. Bengals money line took over just like I figured it would. Unfortunately, I tried to get cute and I put Zach Ertz in there as 25 receiving yards.
Yeah, you do better on that one, man. That's an iffy pick. I get your logic behind it. Like you said, try get something that would seem.
He hasn't done that. He hasn't done that shit yet. I was thinking. Yeah. Surely he's not going to let me down today out of all days. But, that is why it is sports betting. You do the research, you put as much time into it as you can, and you make the best logical decisions. Unfortunately, that was not the best one. But on the good side.
Like my Cowboys think so. That's how gambling go.
That's right. That's right. We did hit the I gave you out the Bijan Robinson over 71.5 rushing yards. I told you that this is a game that he should excel at. Seeing that I think they were giving up maybe 154 on the ground. So in that game, Cowboys can't stop the run, and Bijan, he exploited it just like I thought he would. I think he finished up with 77 or something like that. So easily hit that one. Wasn't really a sweat. The only sweat that I did have, honestly, I think this would have hit too. I gave out Bowers 40+ receiving yards, Kamara 40+ rushing yards, and then Dak Prescott 2 touchdowns passing. He had the 1 touchdown passing, and I honestly do think that if he hadn't gotten injured and taken out of the game, that he probably would have gotten that second one in garbage time. Yeah. It's kind of what I was depending on there. But, is what it is. You cannot win them all, especially every given Sunday. Any team's gonna come out in different scenarios. So, but in all overall picture here, we're still killing at a nice rate. We're giving you bets that are paying off. I always suggest do your own research on this shit. I'm not the end all be all of this. So I may give you ideas. I may throw out my own picks. I'm putting money on it as well. So I'll suggest that you do the same, but do your own research. If you don't agree with one of my pieces of my parlay, then I'm not picking like over the moon pieces here to put in parlays. So if you want to replace a piece with something that I'm doing, hey, more luck to you. I hope you hit just as much as I do. So, I'll never discourage that. Take what we give you and do your own research. Try and put together something for yourself. But so I did want to get into just a little bit though, Josh, about tonight's game. I'm sure you're going to pay a little bit of attention to this one. I know I got my Colts, kind of. I want
to see what Vikings team shows up tonight. I mean, they lost 2 in a row. Their defense was looking stellar. They've been exposed a little bit. So I'm interested to see is which defense is the real defense, the shutdown defense that, stomped the Texans and CJ Stroud 34-7 in Minnesota. And that's when the Texans were at full strength early in the year and looking great. Or is it going to be, the defense we saw last week against the Rams that really couldn't do a whole lot? I still have faith in the Vikings defense. I think with Flacco, he's just like, he don't care anymore. He's like, I'm just going to throw this ball wherever I want to. It's like, I'm like 37 years old. I'm still doing this, so I don't care. I'm just going to fucking throw wherever I want to. And so I think with that attitude, the Colts are going to make it a game. I see the Vikings being better coached. They're at home. They've lost 2 in a row. I think they're a better team, and they end up pulling it out. But I don't think it's going to be a runaway game. I think the Colts keep it close like they have been, even with Anthony Richardson, a quarterback who is really bad at the forward pass. That's why he's benched for the whole rest of the year. Flacco makes that team much more
is he benched for the rest of the year because he's bad at the forward pass, or is it because he's just tired?
Yeah. Maybe he needs a nap, I guess. I don't know. It could be, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm a Colts fan. I'm a Colts fan.
Yeah.
And
I bet that hurts. I'm tired.
I'm done with him.
Yeah.
It's over. Seriously, I've never heard anybody take themselves out of a game because they were tired.
I can't recall hearing it happen. I mean,
can you take it? Hey,
hold on. Actually, the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, the St. Louis Rams in '99, remember one of their linemen, I won't say his name, but he asked out of the game with like 40 seconds to go on our defense. And remember, Vermeil was like, "You went out of the game." He went out of the game. No, he only went out for one play, just like Richardson did.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's probably the most egregious one I can ever remember off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. It's just a rarity and odd to see your quarterback, especially like the D lineman. Okay, they can rotate in and out, because they have depth there. That quarterback, you're supposed to play every offensive play because you're the quarterback. That's the whole point.
Right. And do you know in that scenario? I don't remember. Did they have a timeout?
I don't recall. I didn't see. I
read
about it. I saw the video, but I didn't see it. I don't recall. Yeah.
If you do that and you had a timeout, then Like, I'm really baffled at why not just call a timeout, take a drink.
I don't know. Yeah. Have the
drink.
The water boy come out and put some
Take your helmet off. Get some air. Don't just say I'm tired. I had to take myself out because I was tired. That's like, man.
Are you not doing enough cardio? I mean, you're the quarterback, and you're supposed to be.
You are making millions of dollars. I swear to God, I'd make you run.
What are you doing? I think it's overall. I mean, for fantasy purposes, it's way better because their receivers and skill position players outside of Jonathan Taylor, they're basically unplayable when they're throwing the ball 22 times and he's completing 10 of them. I mean, you're not going to get ceiling production. There's some guys produce because he, throws a deep bomb on blown coverage and he happens to complete one. But if you don't do that, then you're getting nothing from any of the guys. Now Flacco makes this an NFL-style offense to where he can distribute the ball, he can read the defense. He's going to keep him competitive. He's seen it all. He's been in the league forever. So he makes them, for fantasy purposes, definitely fire up all your Colts. It's free go because the Vikings defense can be had. Vikings, same way. It's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to watching it.
I am too. I am biased. I want the Colts to win, but unfortunately, I don't see this going well for them. But I did want to highlight just a couple more things here before we're going to get out of here so we can watch the game, enjoy this, and let you guys enjoy it. I do have one single parlay that I'm going to throw out there. I know that the game is we're probably already about to start, so it's probably not going to matter at this point, but just so we can have it out there. We are waiting on that Justin Jefferson 60 yards plus that I did give out earlier. Hopefully that hits, and you guys did follow that one. You get some money on that. And then I also have another parlay that I had Montgomery 25, Laporta 25, and McBride 25. And then we need Jordan Addison 25 receiving yards to complete that parlay. Hopefully that one hits. But I do have a parlay in that I did last minute. FanDuel always offers these great little boosts that you can get, plus 100. If you can get it up to plus 100, they'll boost you up another 30%. So boost it up a little bit more. I did kind of take a little lean tonight. Sam Darnold, he did not throw 2 touchdowns last game. Looking at this, the Indianapolis Colts have given up 11 touchdowns this year through the air. Honestly, they don't give up a lot of touchdowns on the ground. So I'm just going to go with logic here, and it's telling me I do think the Vikings are going to win this one at home, and Sam Darnold has shown pretty good consistency this year as far as throwing 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns. Hasn't had too many 1-touchdown games, and the fact that he had one last game, and then I believe he had 0 touchdowns the game before that. So I kind of like that to trend up tonight. I think he's going to get the 2 touchdown passes. I also teamed that up with Jordan Addison again, not on the 25 receiving yards, but just 2 receptions on this one. And then I also put in Justin Jefferson, 50 receiving yards on this. At FanDuel, I boosted this with that profit boost they give you. I got it from a plus 135 all the way up to a plus 175, maxed out that bet. So just something I'm throwing together. These are some ideas of stuff, how we lean, what we look for. But hopefully these hit. Hopefully you enjoyed this recap that we did. We will be back very soon this week to break down next week's games. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave us comments. Let us know what you're betting. Let's bring in some outside collaboration here. Let us see some picks that maybe we're not thinking about. So until next time, keep balling. This is Brady from Be All In Sports. This is Josh.
Adios, guys.